I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you all today, but Sherry and David asked me to do a short video on my experience during my mission trip to Rwanda, and I thought that might be a bit of a problem. You see, how do I do a short video of something that touched my heart when my whole life was changed by my trip to Rwanda? But David went on to inform me that I wasn't the only one that was doing a presentation and nobody wanted to be there all day, so I'd better make it short. So I decided to pick two people two special people that I wanted to talk about. The first one I wanted to talk about is Scott Penny. Scott is a very special individual indeed, and over in Rwanda, our sheltered-in children call him Papa Scott. In Rwanda, we are called by the name of our children, so I was known as Mama Jean d'Amour. Scott has a sponsored child. He's Daniel, and he loves him very much. But he wasn't known as Papa Daniel. He was known as Papa Scott because he was Papa to all the children over there, and they loved him dearly. And he loved them just as much. Wherever you could see Scott, you'd see a child in his arms. 4 or 5 more would be hanging off him. He was never without the children, and his love for them was just so heartwarming. But it wasn't just the children of Rwanda that Scott loved. It was the people as a whole. Whenever we went anywhere, Scott could always be found with a new friend, listening and hearing their stories, and sharing a tear with them. It was just such a special time for me to watch Scott and how he interacted. There was never a language barrier with Scott. Didn't matter if they spoke English or not. He seemed to always be able to communicate with them, and it was so touching. I really aspire to be more like Scott. The second special person I want to talk about is my sponsored son, John d'Amour. 22 months ago, I lost my son. And a mother is supposed to be able to protect her children, and I wasn't able to save my son. So I carried that terrible guilt with me for the last 22 months. I'll never be able to get Greg back, not in this lifetime anyway, but I realized I could offer hope to another special child. Jean d'Amour is indeed a very special child. Certainly they all are. He came to shelter them 2 years ago. He came with a very, very difficult past. He was terribly neglected and abused, and he had never gone to school. So when he came to us, he struggled with school. But in just 2 short years, he has gotten to the top of his class in school. He loves football. He loves to do traditional dance. And when I asked him what his goals were, he said his goal was to become the Minister of Youth and Sport. What a lofty goal indeed. But I have no doubt in my mind that he can achieve this goal and any other goal that he sets for himself with our love and encouragement. Thank you.